What's going on, fam? This is Dave coming at you with another Wednesday Wisdom episode up in here. I got a message for you that's been burning in my bones all week. Nah, but for real, I want to talk about something that I have been thinking about and praying about and pondering about for a hot minute now. And it really is ways to be thankful for adversity and really how we should be looking forward to adversity in our lives. Now, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why we should be thankful and look forward to adversity and hard times in our lives, because it's going to be beneficial to us and our future in the end. So here we go. Number 1, it separates the wheat from the chaff in our lives. Now, I just don't mean the wheat from our chaff in ourselves, but the people around us as well. It's going to separate negative people. It's going to separate people and bad habit formations that come into us that are bringing us down or affecting us in negative ways. Now, this is personally and really as a society as well. When things get tough, all of the dross, all of the things that aren't helpful come to the top, and they're easily scoopable out. They call that clarifying, either in a crucible where you clarify the impurities out of silver or gold, or when you're doing a stock. I like using cooking references and metaphors as well. When you're cooking a stock, all the impurities and bone fragments and fat and stuff like that, it all comes to the top when you're cooking it, and you got to skim all that stuff and you throw it out. We got to do that with ourselves. All of the bad stuff that comes with adversity, the things that caused us to get there, the false realities that we built for ourselves, the false beliefs that we've built for ourselves as well, that all comes to the top. And we can really magnify what is going wrong with our lives and why we're facing this adversity. So because, sometimes it's self-inflicted and sometimes it's environment inflicted as well. Our coworkers, our bosses, our jobs, our family life, whatever it may be, our living situation. Some things we can't really have control over, but a lot of things we do. And most of the time, these things are self-inflicted. And this goes personally and for our government, our society, all those things. So that really separates the wheat from the chaff, and we can really pinpoint when we face adversity those things that are causing problems and are going to be negative for us in the future. So that's number 1. Number 2, we should look forward to transition periods in our lives, as personally and as a society. These transition periods are going to be tough. You don't have any growth without pain. It's true with working out. It's true with personal development. We really have to look and see deep down who we are. And that's painful a lot of times. That's really painful to really look down and say, hey, you know what? I was really being a dick for my whole entire life. I really got to change that. I got to start treating people with more respect. Start thinking about others before myself. Really understand some of my selfish ways that may have been really hurting me and blocking a lot of God's blessings in my life. And these are painful things to realize. Because when you realize that everything you've been doing and everything you thought and know was either a lie or it was just false or really was hurting you in the long run, it's extremely discomforting, to say the least. And mostly it's just very painful to look at. And as a culture in our society, these transition periods pinpoint that. We say, hey, you know what, we're in a lot of problems are happening right now and things that just don't make sense anymore, and we have to really look and say, hey, do I really want agree with a lot of these progressive things that are just going off the rails at the moment? You know what I'm talking about. I got kicked off of YouTube for this kind of stuff. But use your imagination. Just look at some of the schools, a lot of the transitioning things that are going on with small children at the moment, if you know what I mean. So transition periods, we should look forward to change, and good change, positive change. Things are going to be beneficial in the future, not negative change, not things that separate and divide. That is bad. And we really have to pinpoint that stuff out and say, you know what? Nah. God brings people together. Satan likes to divide and conquer, okay? You can look at it in those two diametrically opposed pieces right there. So number 3, that's number 2. Number 3, we can either live in tragedy, that victim mindset. I did a video not too long ago about this victim mindset, and live our lives as one tragedy after another, where it just goes downhill each and every time, and it gets worse and worse and worse as you go along. And if you live in this negative mindset, this tragic mindset, then there's really no getting out of it. No one can get you out of it. No, there's not going to be any savior to get you out of it. It's all on you, and how you have to change your mindset to change your life and save your life to save the world, honestly. And each and every one of us comes at that point in our lives where we have to say, hey, am I going to be a victim my whole entire life? Or am I going to run for the hero's journey? That's right. The hero's journey. That's the second part of that. Am I going to be a victim, or am I going to be a hero? And am I going to go from 0 to hero? Or am I going to go from 0 to flop, to negative? That hero's journey, we will go through the dark night of the soul. And we will feel like the whole weight of the world is coming down on top of us, like we can't do anything right. We may have lost our jobs, we may have lost our house, we may be going through a foreclosure, bankruptcy, our spouse might have left us, our children, something terribly might have happened, God forbid. But when we can go through that and really check ourselves, work through those issues with a thankful heart and saying, how can I learn from this? How can I benefit this? Even though it's painful and I might not be able to see it at the moment, how can I turn this into something that's going to benefit me, or more importantly, someone else in the future? And at that point, you make a critical shift from that living your life as a tragedy, as a victim, to living your life as a hero. And you start on that hero's journey because, like I said, you will rise like a phoenix to be better, bigger, stronger, more intelligent, more wise. You'll be able to discern what is happening in your life rather than just going through the motions or randomly guessing what is good and what is not. Now, there are ways to go forward with this, but I wanted to talk really just 3 generalized reasons to be thankful for adversity in your life. Because so many times people just say, oh my God, it's so terrible right now. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. My life sucks. This sucks. Society sucks. Like, there's no hope for us. But little do they realize these transition periods and these times of pain that need to happen for us to be better in the long run. So I'm going to leave it there. This is Dave coming at you on a little Wednesday Wisdom episode. If you want to hear more, I got plenty of stuff over on my website, www.foodsourcenutrition.com. You can sign up for the newsletter there. There's going to be more videos and more episodes and more articles because we love to write. We love to write, baby. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a blessed Wednesday and rest of the week. Stay tuned for more. This is Dave from Food Source Nutrition. Peace out and God bless.